Hi, love. Today we are diving into a topic that so many of us struggle with, but we don't always talk about it, and that is negative self talk. As moms, we often hold ourselves to these incredibly high standards, and we can also be our own harshest critics. But understanding and transforming negative self talk is so important for our mental health, for our overall well being. So, if you are struggling with negative self talk, this episode is for you. Hi there, Soulful Mama. Welcome to the Soul Care Mom podcast. I'm Catherine Wild of soulcaremom.com. I'm a mom of 3 amazing kids, a soul care mom coach, and a yoga and meditation teacher. I've helped hundreds of women, and I'm here to help you feel calm and find your unshakable confidence as a mom. If you're ready to stop living in survival mode and you're ready to drop the mom guilt and overwhelm, this podcast is for you. Think of this as a lunch date with a girlfriend. Grab a cup of tea and get cozy. It's time to get honest and vulnerable and shift the traditional mindset around motherhood. Be sure to subscribe to be the first to know when new episodes are released. Get ready to grow and feel empowered as a mom. I'm here for you, Mama. Let's get started. Okay. Let's start by just talking about what negative self-talk is and how it might be showing up in your life. So negative self-talk refers to the inner dialogue that we have with ourselves, which can be pessimistic, it can be critical, it can be self-defeating. It's that little voice in our heads that often tells us we're not good enough or that we're failing in some way. For many moms, negative self-talk can be a constant companion, right? Especially when we're juggling so many responsibilities and trying to be the best for our families. So some negative self-talk thoughts that might come up are things like, I'm not a good enough mom. Or, I can't do anything right. Or other mothers just seem to have it all together. Why can't I? Or I'm failing at balancing work and family. Or I really should be able to handle all of this better. They can be these subtle and sneaky thoughts that just make us feel like, I just want to do better for my family, right? But often they are how we are keeping ourselves stuck. These thoughts can pop up at any time. They're often triggered by maybe dealing with your toddler's tantrum, or maybe you're scrolling through social media and you see these just beautiful images and these videos and these people just seem to have it all together. Or maybe you're just feeling really exhausted and overwhelmed and these thoughts start to come in. It's so important to recognize that you're not alone. So many of us have these thoughts, but also understanding that the more we fall into these negative thought spirals, the more it negatively impacts our mental health. Okay, love, let's take a little break and hear from a soul care mom.
Hi, I just had the absolute honor and pleasure of working with Catherine Wild for the past month, and I just wanted to share my experience because it was such an awesome opportunity. She will really just meet you where you are. If you're in a bad place like I was, it was a rough time. It still is, but she has really helped me get through it. She'll meet you where you are. She'll help you pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and help you really find that inner strength inside of you to get through it. And she'll give you tools to help you get there. She is an amazing woman, and what she does is absolutely incredible. I highly recommend it. I know that it can be kind of scary taking on somebody in that capacity as like a life coach, but trust me, it is worth it. It's a worthy investment. You will not be sorry. She's incredible. She's very giving. She wants to see you succeed. That's clear right off the bat. She's very gentle, very loving. and you just feel so supported all the time. Even when you're not talking to her, you can hear the genuineness in her voice. You see it in her eyes. It's incredible. And I am so grateful. I hope to work with her for a long time to come. I hope you will take a chance because you will be glad you did.
Oh, I just love hearing from soul care moms. Do you have an insight, an aha, a transformation that you've had from being in the soul care mom world? Be sure to reach out to me. Email me, message me in the Soul Care Mom Village or on social media at Soul Care Mom, and let me know how being in the Soul Care Mom world has helped you to be the mom you want to be, to show up in the way that you want to show up and live your best life. I can't wait to hear from you. Negative self-talk can take a significant toll on our mental health, leading to, feeling inadequate or bringing up feelings of anxiety or depression. When we are constantly berating ourselves, it can diminish our self-esteem. It can erode our confidence and sense of self-worth, right? We are inherently worthy. But when we're telling ourselves over and over that we're not good enough and we're not worthy and we're not enough in all of these different ways, it takes a toll on us. And negative self-talk has been linked to higher levels of stress as well. And what a beautiful and empowering thing to know, right? That as we shift and transform the way that we talk to ourselves, we can reduce our own stress levels. How beautiful is that? And as moms, it's crucial to understand and address this for our well-being, for the way that we're showing up for our families as well. I remember a day where I was trying to get everyone ready, get everyone out the door, and everything seemed to be going wrong, right? We were running late. One kiddo couldn't find their shoes. Juice got spilled all over another kiddo's outfit. And in the chaos, I found myself thinking, why can't I do this? I am a terrible mom. How is it that I can't seem to get everyone put together and out the door on time? And this thought stuck with me throughout the day. It affected my mood. It affected how I interacted with the kids. It wasn't until later that I realized how harsh I was being on myself and how those negative thoughts were impacting not just me, but my entire family, everyone around me. So it's important to remember that negative self-talk is something that many of us experience, but it's not something that we have to accept as our reality. By understanding it and addressing it, we can start to make positive changes. Do you feel overwhelmed and anxious? Do you wish you could stop losing your temper with your kids and just have more fun as a mom? Do you crave finding more time to do the things you love without feeling guilty? I get it, Mama. I've been there. That's why I created the Vibrant Mom Life membership. Imagine what life would look like if you could finally get out of survival mode, consistently find time for yourself, and be the calm, present mom you've always wanted to be. This membership will help you step out of anxiety and overwhelm and help you find time for yourself without the guilt. Inside Vibrant Mom Life, you'll find monthly themes that will help you shift your mindset, get out of survival mode, and find time for the things you love, all while being the mom you want to be. Plus, you'll find guided meditations and yoga practices that will help you effortlessly infuse your days with self-care. And I know that some days are harder than others, so you'll even find a library of short and sweet guided affirmations so you can simply press play and reconnect with your inner calm in just minutes. Join Vibrant Mom Life today by going to soulcaremom.com/membership so you can stop running on empty and truly enjoy mom life. I can't wait to welcome you inside, Mama. Okay, so now let's talk about some common triggers that can lead to negative self-talk and let's look at how we can become more aware of these patterns. Understanding what sets off these negative thoughts is a really great first step towards transforming them. So, what exactly could be some of the common triggers for negative self talk in your life? Let's explore some scenarios and allow yourself to feel into this and see what resonates with you. Social media can be a place where we find ourselves comparing a lot. So, seeing other moms on social media with these seemingly perfect lives can trigger thoughts like, why can't I be like that? Or I'm not doing enough. Social media often shows only the highlight reels, right? It shows those picture perfect moments in someone's life. So, allow yourself to be cognizant of that when you are scrolling social media. Another one is parenting challenges. The everyday parenting challenges like dealing with a toddler's tantrum in public or struggling with bedtime routines. These things are challenging, and our connection to our kids is a relationship, right? It takes two people to have a relationship, and not everyone's going to agree all of the time in a relationship. That doesn't make you a bad parent, right? In those moments, though, our mind might be thinking, I must be doing something wrong, or other moms don't have these issues. And so allow yourself to notice in the moment what you're making your child's behavior say about you. And often we don't realize we're even doing this. We just take these thoughts that are running through our mind as fact. But allowing yourself to pay attention to what it is that you're saying in those moments and allow yourself to bring in compassion. Because parenting is challenging. So giving yourself grace in these moments is so important. All right, the next one is a big one. And it can vary depending on what season of parenting you're in, but that's lack of sleep. Sleep deprivation is a huge trigger. When we're tired, it's easier for negative thoughts to creep in. A rough night might make us feel inadequate and we're just struggling to get through the day. So maybe, you still have an infant and a thought might come up like, I can't even get my baby to sleep properly. Just as with the parenting challenges, bring in compassion here. Allow yourself to notice what you're saying and bring in that love, because this stuff is hard. And being sleepy on top of it makes it feel even more challenging. The next one is feeling overwhelmed by all the responsibilities. So balancing, right? Balancing your responsibilities. Maybe you're working, maybe home life, maybe family. All of it put together can feel overwhelming at times. And we might feel like we're just barely keeping all the balls in the air, right? Juggling all of this stuff. And we may not feel like we're excelling in any area. And that can bring up thoughts like, I'm failing at everything, or I'm not cut out for this. So allow yourself to bring awareness in here. What are you telling yourself in these moments? Another one is when we get comments from others, judgments, critical comments, negative remarks from family and friends or strangers can trigger this feeling of self-doubt. Right? When other people are kind of spewing their advice, their opinions, their judgments, these things that come from their perspective and experience, comments like, why isn't your child potty trained yet? Can make us question our parenting choices. So just noticing if that might be a trigger for you. There are so many triggers that can come up for us as parents, but by becoming more aware of them, we can start to recognize when negative self-talk is creeping in. And this beautiful self-awareness that you're building here today is the key to changing the thought patterns. One really great way to become more aware of negative self-talk is through journaling. So keeping a journal where you can write down your thoughts and your feelings as you bring awareness to them, right, will really help you identify your triggers, identify your patterns. So for example, note the situations that trigger negative thoughts and maybe how you've reacted in the past. And over time, you might see some trends that help you to understand and bring more awareness to your triggers. Another powerful tool is mindfulness. So practicing mindfulness helps us to stay present and notice our thoughts without judgment. So the next time you're noticing a negative thought, allow yourself to pause and take a deep breath. Acknowledge the thought by saying something like, I notice I'm feeling overwhelmed right now. And then allow yourself to shift your focus to something that feels more empowering or positive or even neutral, such as shifting your attention to your breath or allowing yourself to find a better feeling thought. And becoming aware of negative self talk also involves practicing self compassion, like we've touched on, reminding yourself that it's okay to have these thoughts, reminding yourself that you're not alone. Many moms experience the same challenges and feelings. Self compassion means treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a dear friend. So, for instance, if you find yourself thinking, I'm a terrible mom for losing my temper, allow yourself to reframe it with self compassion. So, saying something like, I'm having a tough moment, and that's okay. I'm doing my best, and I can learn from this experience. And remember, the goal isn't to eliminate all negative thoughts. Instead, it's about becoming more aware of them and learning to respond in more loving and empowering ways. Before we wrap up, I'd like to ask a quick favor. This is an independent podcast. It's produced, recorded, and marketed by me, so I would love your help. Please share this podcast with your friends. Post about it on social media. Tell your girlfriends over lunch. Share about it with the moms at the park or at your next PTA meeting or homeschool co-op meetup. And please take a moment to subscribe and to leave a 5-star review wherever you're listening. It will help more moms find and benefit from this work, and it will make my heart so happy. All right, I hope that was so enlightening and so empowering for you. I would love to hear your biggest takeaways from this episode. And be sure to stay tuned because in an upcoming episode, we are going to dive even deeper into this topic. And I want to leave you with this reminder. You are right where you need to be on your journey. You are more than enough. And you are so loved. Hi, love. This is just a reminder that Soul Care Mom offers information that's shared with love and intended for educational and inspirational purposes only. You should not rely on this information as a substitute for medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. If you have any concerns or questions about your health, you should always consult with a trusted healthcare provider. Thank you for being here, and know that I am sending you so much love. Thanks for joining me, Mama. I'm over here smiling from ear to ear and giving you a big virtual hug. I love spending this time with you. You are amazing for showing up and carving out this space to nourish your soul. If you are loving the Soul Care Mom podcast, be sure to subscribe and leave a review. And if you are ready to start your mornings feeling calm and energized, get the Kickstart Your Calm Morning Guide, a self-care morning ritual for moms, as a free gift when you join the Soul Care Mom community. Head over to soulcaremom.com/kickstart and enter your email address to get your free gift and start feeling like a calm mom today. Sending you so much love, Mama.